Hello everyone, I'm here live in my Washington DC office and I have the pleasure of being visited by Solange from Palm Springs. What school do you go to?
Raymond Cree Middle School.
Raymond Cree Middle School. So tell us, why did you come to visit?
I came to visit because I'm with HRC, our group HRC, to fight for the Equality Act.
That's the Human Rights Campaign, right?
Yes.
And what's the Equality Act?
The Equality Act is to prohibit discrimination against people's gender identity, so their sex, their religion.
So it extends, the Equality Act protects from discriminating against certain people, and the Civil Rights Act did that for African Americans, Mexican Americans, and other minorities, so they can be discriminated against in public businesses, in schools, etc., simply because of their color of their skin, right? Mm-hmm. And the Equality Act will extend that protections for people simply because of the people they love or how they view their own gender, so their gender identity and the people that they love. And that's important. Why is that so important for you?
It's important to me because I feel like people should have their rights. They shouldn't have the rights taken away from them, or they shouldn't be like controlled. I feel like a lot of people, that's what keeps a lot of people to keep their like emotions and who they really want to be inside. I think that's why a lot of people have a hard time coming out, because some people are turned down for either their religion. I saw a lot of disabled people are also having problems with that, which is a lot, because I don't understand why people just can't have their rights and do them without.
One of the things that ever since I was a kid that really tore my heart is to see bullies pick on people because those people are different, whether they're in a wheelchair, whether they speak different, whether they look different, whether they dress different, or whether they were gay or lesbian or whatnot, the way they were born, right? Have you seen people pick on other people like that in the community?
I used to see people pick on each other in my elementary school, but I got into this program called Buddha Bullying, and what we do is we go to a lot of high schools, middle schools, and elementary schools, and we talk to the kids to stop bullying, or if you see someone bullying, what to do in that type of matter, how to help people with suicide thoughts, you know?
Yeah, you know, words matter, and words carry a lot of power, and words sometimes are even more hurtful than physical violence, because it scars the heart and the soul, and people can carry that for many years. And even though you go through many years of professionalization, you still carry those wounds from childhood if somebody bullies you, etc. And so words matter, and what we're seeing is a lot more hateful rhetoric towards people who are different, right? And the LGBT community, and with that, we're seeing a definite rise in hate crimes, right? People getting beat up because of who they love or how they were born or what gender they identify themselves with, and that's wrong, right?
It is wrong.
It's wrong. And so how old are you?
I'm 13.
You're 13.
Yeah.
And you're here with the group Human Rights Campaign, and you believe that it's so wrong that you came with a local group all the way to Washington, D.C. to come talk to me and to other members of Congress and to have your voice heard. How does it feel to do that?
It feels good, because I feel like not only HRC but everyone else who came out today, we had a training earlier, and there's so many people that I feel like everyone's coming together, and we're not doing it on our own, because we have people like you and other members who are there to help, who helped co-sponsor, and who are there to be helpful and pick us up if we fall, you know? And I think that that's good, because we're making a change, and I think the Equality Act is really, it's really
Is this your
needed.
first time in Washington, D.C.?
It is.
Yeah, and what do you think so far?
When I got off the plane, I saw a bunch of buildings, and I didn't realize that the buildings were so big that I thought every single building was the White House, and my dad had explained to me that they weren't. So I was like, "Where's the White House?" And we haven't seen it yet, but it's there's so many big buildings, and I feel like they just keep going, that they're also it's a lot to take in. It takes time.
What advice do you have for other youth who are in elementary or middle school? What advice do you have for them based on your experience here?
I've learned that so far with my experience that everyone's accepting everyone, and I think that's what the Equality Act will bring. It'll let people accept each other. So I want them to know that it's okay to be different, that even if you feel like you want to be different, if you're okay with being different, if you're okay with being you, then it shouldn't matter to you what other people's opinions are. You know, I feel like if you want to be you, be you. If people don't like that, it doesn't matter, because it's not wrong to be different. I'm different and I don't care. Like, I enjoy being different. Not everyone is the same, which is good, because then everyone has their own personalities.
So that's words from a very wise middle school student who I've seen around town many times, who puts action behind her words. And the other message that we should also say is that your voice matters. I do care about your voice. Whether we agree or we don't, your voice matters. And the only way we're going to protect our democracy is by making your voice heard. If you want respect, then you do it in a respectful way. And by doing it in a respectful way and writing in letters to me and to your other local, city, county, state representatives, that's how people are going to listen. If you don't make yourself heard, then they won't be listening. So I have a lot of opportunities in my office. So we talked about internships that may be available. And I'm here to amplify the voice of the people that I care about, stand up for the values that we care about. That's why I'm a proud original co-sponsor of the Equality PAC. I support the Equality PAC, and we're going to get the job done in the House. But of course, in order to get the bill signed into law, we need the Senate to take it up, and we need the President to sign it. That might be a little harder, but I'm hopeful. I will be the optimist, and it's going to get done one way or the other. So,
and on behalf of HRC, we thank you a lot for co-sponsoring.
Wow, she's good. That's good. Hey, that's awesome. It's good to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Bye.